Hi there. So this is just a summary of what we had been discussing in our gatherings for healing childhood pain, conversations with Reverend Barbara. That's me. And I'm just updating you because you may have missed the session or you might want to have a way to review what we discussed and what I taught. So the first gathering in May was about acceptance and what does that mean to someone who has experienced child abuse or childhood trauma, mistreatment in their youth, and what are they doing with that now? So the hardest thing to do as a child is to accept that those who love you are mistreating you. It's near impossible. And so as a child, to survive, we just kind of put all these crazy things in our mind of what could have truly happened. Rarely is the child's assessment of what's going on accurate. Rarely, very rare. So we carry this assessment or this perception inside of us into our adulthood, and that perception that becomes I won't say it's our core, but it becomes a belief that we live by. And then that perception of the younger child is what runs your life. In other words, a child is running your life and making decisions for you. The first step to healing this is accepting something that is very difficult to accept. So rather than looking at all the details at this point, I recommend you simply say to yourself, I accept the fact that my childhood was less than perfect. That's it. I accept the fact that I was abused, neglected, harmed, emotionally abused, physically abused, whatever type of abuse. You accept that fact without focusing on the details. Accept that fact and create a space where you can move forward. You may need to look at all these details at some point, and that would be great for therapy. This is learning. This is my teaching you ways to move forward, and you can incorporate them into your daily life. So acceptance begins with saying a phrase to yourself, however many times a day is comfortable for you, that you accept the reality that your childhood was less than perfect. You know, everyone's is less than perfect, but yours was particularly perhaps less than even positive in any way. Accept that. Just sit on that. Accept that. You cannot heal anything that you haven't previously accepted. So that's the first step. And we discussed that in detail in our first session. Our sessions are not recorded. They are attended by many individuals who would prefer to stay anonymous. I respect your privacy above almost everything else. So if you are interested in joining us in future sessions, they will begin in September after all the vacations are over. Feel free to join us. You can find out more on my website, barbaralane.info/workshops. I hope to see you there.